So present, if you go to this XML test ng, so what I have done is I kept both these two test cases in a single test in the test suite. So I can separate that this class uh, in a separate test completely test set. So if I come here, I can just copy this test and let me keep my test 2 and this one is my test 1, and I will import this second test case 2.java in a separate test. So if I want to run this, I will simply come here and click on run as test ng suite. Test case 3, yeah. You see, two tests, total tests, and what is the purpose of doing this one is so that I can separate them, these cases. Let's say if I have a copy and paste here, test case 3.java, and let me keep one more name here, my test case name, let me keep it as 4. So I can separate these two classes in the second test set, so that if I want to execute only this particular set of classes, I can simply execute this test suite, or I mean to say to organize them only, so that this particular test, let's say front end testing, and this one let's say is for back end testing. So whatever the test cases are different classes are there, I can segregate them into different test cases. So when I run test ng, run as test ng suite, all the test cases will be passed. But if you come to the results here, you see all these are coming in the backend testing. Inside this one, this test case one and multiple, and in the front end testing I have some. So in this way I can organize them, so that in the future if I want to don't want to execute, if I want to execute only the backend, I can simply come here, this complete test suite, I can comment, or I can cut them, even I can remove them. Better I can remove them. So this HTML comments is not working here. So whichever I don't want, I can simply remove them or comment them, and I can simply execute the test case. So this is at um, test level. Let's say if I want to skip the test cases individually, let's say if I go to test here, 31 I have, let me give 3.1. So if I want to skip this complete class of test case 2, I can do that in XML by removing that. But let's say if I want to skip only one test in this one and execute another one. So at the individual test level inside the classes, I cannot do this XML variant. So those options I will show you now. So let me add few more test cases. So 32, 33, 34, 35. So 33.1, 3.2, 3.3, 3.4, 3.5. So if I execute all of them now, run as test ng suite, you see total 9 tests. If you come here to the console, so total 9 tests and 9 are passed. If I want to exclude all of the test cases in this one test case, I will simply come to this XML and I will simply remove this. So test case to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 test cases will be there. Only now it will show us as 3 test cases. You see 3 because those are skipped. So let's say if I want to partially remove them, not all of them. Let's say if I want to exclude only this 31 and 32, then what I can do? So come to this testing. So this is a single tag, right? Opening and closing. So test case 2 it is. So let me come to test case 2. Here I will open this and I will close this class. So opening and closing that. Inside this one I will keep methods in this one. In the methods block I can keep the exclude function, exclude section. So single tag is enough. In the name section I can provide the list of test case 2, test case, let's say I will skip test case 31, this particular method. If I exclude that, run as test ng suite. Visit to the console. Now test case 31, sorry, belonging to this class. Now one should be skipped and it should show total test case 3.1, still it is showing test, okay, CAS, they spell mistake, so that's why it's not ignored. So now it is 8. Test case 3.1 got skipped. If you come here, you see it is not showing here. If you see here, I have excluded 3 different test cases, so that's why only 6 got executed. So now let's say I have around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 test cases are there. If I want to execute only the first one and ignore the remaining things, then one option is I need to keep this 5 test cases in the exclude statement. So this first test case will execute. So let's say I have 100 test cases and if I want to execute only the first one, in this manner I need to provide 99 exclude statements. So instead of doing that one, there is alternative for that one called include statement, where I can include only the test case which I want to execute, all the remaining will get excluded. So let's say I want to execute test case 3, only this one. So I can just use the include keyword and I will remind this. So all the remaining, only this test case 1 will get executed in this particular class set. The remaining will get skipped. So in this particular test case 2, only this one will get executed. These 5 test cases will be skipped. So in the total 9, 5 will be skipped. So in this class section, only this test case 1 will get executed. And remaining class set in this one, these will get excluded because this particular include statement is only for this particular class name, test case 2. So right click, run as test execute. So 4 are passed because 5 are skipped. If you come here, you see in the test case 2, only 1 got executed. So this is the use of include statement.